Hello, my name is Wenjie Bian. I'm a neuroscientist here at Westlake University. I study the relationship between sleep and brain development. To know why something is important, the simplest way is to take that thing out. So imagine what will happen if you are sleep deprived. You'll be very tired and you won't be able to refresh yourself. And you will be under a lot of stress. You will become more anxious and agitated. And also a lot of your physiological functions, say like memory, cognition, immune functions, thermoregulation, they will just eventually start to collapse. So we know that sleep is essential for these functions, but essential how? We don't exactly know. We don't know how exactly the sleep helps to build or maintain the integrity of these functions. That's still a working process. So we know if you don't have enough sleep, you're likely to have impairment in all these functions or processes. But is that really induced by insufficient sleep amount or changes of some sleep architecture, or caused by the increased stress level that accompanied by the sleep deprivation? So that's something we have to really look into and distinguish. During sleep, our brains, you can say it's shut down. The connection between our brain and the outside world is shut down. We don't respond to external stimuli, or the threshold you need to induce a response is heightened. Also, the activity, or we call it the neuronal firing in our brain, especially in the cortex, they become more synchronized. And that's when what the brains do when we are in this called a non-REM sleep or non-rapid eye movement sleep. That's one of the sleep states, but in a different sleep states called the rapid eye movement sleep, the brain actually, the activity is a lot more like when we're in the wakefulness. And, but our body is still not moving or do any response. That's because our motor output is shut down. Yeah, my lab studies sleep in a slightly different angle from a developmental perspective. We want to know, like from day-to-day experience, you can already have an idea that the children sleep in a different way than adults do. They sleep more, and their sleep tend to be more fragmented. And also studies shows brain activity during sleep is different too. So we're trying to understand why this is the case and what's the underlying mechanism that control this developmental change. And for example, we found that sleep disruption during adolescence in mice actually makes the mice less prefer to interact with other mice. In other words, the social behavior is changed. So sleep problems actually have a very high occurrence in neurodevelopmental disorders such as autism and schizophrenia, and the behavioral changes in social behavior, like lack of social communication and social withdrawal, is one of the core symptoms in these disorders. So we wonder whether sleep disturbance during development is actually a major contributing factor in the progression of these disorders. So the first goal is more fundamental, because the current frame theory about how sleep works, what's the sleep function and sleep regulation, basically it's based on studies from adult individuals, adult sleep. So we actually lack of developmental perspective in the main framework here right now. So I wanted to, through my research, to add this developmental perspective to the framework that will explain why we need sleep and how sleep changes during development. So that's more fundamental part of the research goal. And to more translational part, I wanted to know or potentially develop a theory about, or maybe not a theory, but ideas about how to apply sleep intervention as a clinical method to help to prevent or improve these behavioral symptoms in different pathological conditions.